Hi, Mark here for the Kensington Minute. He was not your ordinary Soviet defector. In fact, he may be unique. He walked into the U.S. consulate in Rome in August 1985 and said, "I want to defect to the United States," which he did. He wanted to swap KGB secrets in exchange for a new life and a lot of money in the United States. All right, good so far. But after a few months, he changed his mind. He demanded to redefect, and he did. No, he did. He redefected to the Soviet Union. Now, you probably heard about him, but do you remember his name? If you remember his name, you're good. Well, it was Colonel Vitaly Yurchenko, who went on one wild ride in the summer of 1985. The CIA and FBI officers who oversaw this skull-crushing case probably break out in cold sweats when this man enters their dreams. Still, counterintelligence professionals today still do not have a full read on just what happened. But let's go back to Rome in 1985. Yurchenko defects to the United States, and he's trundled onto a plane and flown back pronto to Washington. On the tarmac of Andrews Air Force Base, ready to debrief him was, now brace yourself, Aldrich Ames. Ames knew that Yurchenko was there to deliver the names of Americans working for the KGB. Would Ames's name be among them? Well, Yurchenko coughed up Ronald Pelton and Edward Howard. We had a Kensington Minute on each of them. And what about Ames? No, but don't you wish you were there at the time when Ames was facing Yurchenko and just waiting to see the names that would come out of his mouth? Well, the defection struck the CIA as a godsend. The agency's assets were disappearing in Moscow, and the CIA did not know why. The FBI and the CIA spent many hours debriefing him, and Yurchenko was very eager to talk, and talk, and talk he did. The defector passed these tests, many tests. Quote, and I'm quoting now from an FBI debriefer, "Everything he gave us was verifiable from other sources, and the stuff was startling," unquote. Well, Yurchenko had just two demands, a lot of money and anonymity. He was promised both. But above all, he wanted to meet an old flame, a red-hot flame by the name of Valentina Yerskovsky, a Soviet pediatrician living in Montreal with her Soviet diplomat husband. Well, Yurchenko got his wish. He pounded on the door of her Montreal home and confessed to her his dream of bolting with her to a remote place somewhere in America where they would both live in luxury. Well, she slammed the door in his face. Literally, she said to him, quote, "Hey, loser, you're a defector now. It was fun at the time, but I'm not going to leave my husband and my kids for you." She then crushingly called him a traitor. He also felt betrayed by the United States government because he demanded that his defection be kept out of the newspapers. Well, it was in the newspapers. Somebody betrayed the secret, and he blamed the government. So his handlers took him on a madcap trip across the United States to boost his morale, showed him the Grand Canyon, showed him Las Vegas, asked him if he was interested in some company at the night. Well, didn't help at all. He went into a deeper depression. And he determined to return to Russia, which he did. He gave his guards the slip at a French bistro in Washington. Now, we have a Kensington spy tour video on the bistro and the Great Escape. In any case, He bolted to the Soviet embassy, and they were eager to take him back. Soon he was on international television blaming the CIA for drugging him and kidnapping him. All this was nonsense. I don't think it fooled too many people. Well, he got his wish and he went back to Russia in November 1985, 3 months after his defection. So, why did he redefect? Well, Milton Bearden, the lead CIA officer who covered the case, offered this. Well, according to Yurchenko, his mother died of stomach cancer, and he was convinced that he was dying of cancer too. He had grandiose dreams of pairing with Valentina. He would get the two $1 million, $2-3 million, and sweep her away. The two would live together in wealth for a few years until he died of stomach cancer. And then he was rejected. She called him a traitor and shoved him away. Is this the real reason? Well, Yurchenko made a lot of things up, including stomach cancer. He didn't have stomach cancer. He lived along. He may be alive today. Some in the intelligence community mused that he may have been a false or double agent. This would steer CIA efforts away from Hansen, and Ames were very, very productive. It seems far-fetched to me and a lot of other people. Maybe you have an opinion. Why would they give up Pelton at the NSA? Maybe Howard. Pelton and Howard? I don't think so. As of Yurchenko today, what's he up to? I don't know if he's still alive. As of 10 years ago, they pegged him working as a security guard at a Moscow bank. Still a lot of questions on this case. We'd like to hear your opinions. This Kensington Minute does not represent the official position of the United States government. So, you think you know a lot about spies. All right, you knew about Yurchenko. Okay, then take the Kensington Challenge. Out here,